Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. Wow, is this the fourth video in a row in the Senate? Whew, this is a bad one. So, Evony really screwed up here. They said that there was an abnormality in their coding, and they didn't mean to release purple generals for ascension that would only be used for the Senate. Come on, Evony. No one was ascending those purple generals for PvP. There's no reason to ascend them except for the Senate. So they gave us a bunch of Blood of Ares and gems back. If you want gems and Blood of Ares, use the Aptoide code floating across the screen at the top. Get an extra 5% on all your purchases. Now, how did they come up with these numbers? I don't know, because I got 400 something thousand. I've seen 800,000 to some people. I've seen 1 million. I've seen 100,000. I know that I spent way more than that. I'm going to show you my consumed gems. And this is just a really, really bad look for Evony. So anyone who's lucky enough to have ascended those generals, great. My advice would be leave them there. Evony's probably going to remove them. They're going to do something. They're going to delete them from the game. We need to, as a community, write customer service and continue to write them and let them know we are not happy with what you're doing. This is a game of imaginary numbers. Evony could easily just say, you know what? Let's give these people the purple generals. No problem. But what we're going to do, instead of compensation to these people, we're going to give compensation to the people who paid for it. Here's your 12,000 Blood of Ares, whatever it cost you. Give them that. Why take away from people? Because with a click of a button, you could just add something. They could add a new Senate level and say, hey, everybody who had all those generals already done, now go use them in a new Senate level and the other people can't do it. They could do something like that. But instead, they always choose the negative path that will turn people away from their game. So I'm going to show you how many gems I use. I know that this compensation is nowhere near enough. So if we go into consuming event gems, I'm at 8.9 million gems. Now, I did some dragon talents this event, so I'm, I used a fair amount there. But I was at 7.1, I think. So I've used 8.8 million gems in searching the tavern and deleting generals and, all for naught, apparently. Some people are saying the buffs still work. Some people are saying they aren't. I don't know. People are saying that they screenshotted their buffs before and after. Obviously, no one has the courage to remove a general and test it out. So I guess we'll never truly know. People will just know, people will just feel good if they feel strong or not. And, we won't know. Anyways, how did Evony do this? So instead of making it so purple generals can't go in the Senate anymore, and recoding the whole thing, they just added a layer of coding. It seems to be that's what Evony's code is just junk, just on top of each other, on top of each other. That's why it lags so much and has issues, but we all love this game anyways. So I'm going to show you a purple general. Not only was I trying to get Joan of Arc and the other guy, Mayatomi, whatever his name is, didn't get enough of them, that's for sure. But I was getting some Archer and Siege ones. So here's the Siege General I got, and I was hoping he would get ascended later. Anyways, it says Siege Expert. But what it also says is Main City Defense General. Oh yeah, this is a Main City Defense General when leading the army. Yeah, it makes sense, Evony. Why did they do that? Because in the Senate, it says you can only be an expert at one troop type. So this excludes them from that troop type. If you go into the tavern now, and you look at portraits, if you go into Japan, this was a ground general, I believe. He doesn't show up anymore. But if we go to all generals, you can see that he's the ground general. So that's how Evony coded them out. So to me, that means that they're doing a cover-up. So was it people who spent a lot of money and are now unhappy that these buffs were given away for free? Or was it Evony never planned it to work like this? We'll never know, because Evony would never say that. But what we do need to do, we need to continue to write customer service. because there was a glitch with Helen before. And they reversed it when enough of the community wrote over and over and over and argued for it. And the community came together and fought for this and got it overturned. The glitch with Helen had to do with her debuffs. So if you went in here, they changed some of them. And the community came together and was like, hey, we paid for that. We invested in her. We could have easily developed a different champion. And Evony came through and did change the debuff back. So this is something we need to let Evony know about and say, we're not happy with that. We are totally fine with everyone having an even playing field, everyone being able to ascend that part of the Senate. That's how it should be. Will they do it? I don't know. But I think if we keep up enough pressure on them, they might. And then they'll probably come up with something else that rewards spending to counteract that. But that's fine. At least, we'll be happy and we'll feel good and we'll have some more green numbers instead of white numbers. But anyways, let me know in the comments, did you manage to get it in? Were you one of the unlucky ones? What do you think going forward? What's going to happen with this? So anyways, I hope it all works out for everybody, and like, subscribe, leave a comment.